I'm just having a little tidy up basically where we've had the scaffold around the rest of the house for so long. You know, it gets a bit overgrown and all the stuff that drops down falls on the floor. So where we've got rid of the scaffold, I've just gone around and tidied that up. And my next step really is the drainage. So I need to start digging trenches and connecting up all the pipe work. So everything from the toilets and the sinks has got to go into the septic tank, and also all the guttering, all the downpipes and things like that, that's got to go into underground pipe work, and that's going to go out to the soakaway at the bottom of the field. So I'm just having a tidy up before I start trenching for all of that stuff and connecting it all up. Check the levels on this one. This last one I've almost finished setting up, and this one is the vent pipe to let all the air and bad smells and all that out of the septic tank. So it hasn't got to be like an accurate gradient going up, as long as it's going up. So we're just going to check what I've set up so far temporarily. That's top of the pipe, and we'll just put a tank there. Okay, so for that to come up a bit, that's going to be level. So I've been getting all the house drainage in this week. That's this stuff going that way, all the stuff going that way. The water pipes are in this same trench, lower down. Yeah, and all the drainage really. This one's a vent pipe from the septic tank. So this one's a vent pipe that's going to go out and vent out behind the garage above the roof out of the way. This one we still got to connect a couple more points in later on. So there, we've got the drainage from the garage going in here. So what I'm doing now is just backfilling it all with this gravel to protect the pipes. And then I'm going to do the soakaway drainage for the gutters and things like that. That's all going to go on top and in the same drain, the same trench, sorry, and all head out that way, out the front. So I'm just trying to get everything covered and level and in right, and then I'll start again with the soakaway drainage on top. Yeah, this part of the trench, we've got these ones coming up. These are, what are these? I've written on them. One of them's going to the garage, and one of them is going to go electric to the gates at the front, and the other one is to the septic tank. So these three, I've had to bring these up they're going to end up in like a chamber, so the electrician can cut this off, put his cables in and join it all up nice and neat with these two coming out the house. Also just there we've got the mains. That's going to be the mains electric cable. At the minute we've got a temporary builder supply at the top of the plot, so as part of this trench I am going to put one of these all the way in up to the temporary supply, and then Western Power will come in, get rid of that temporary one, put a new cable all the way into the house and into the box. So I'm putting that in. At the same time as doing that, I've got to run a water pipe and electric cable up to the well at the back of the plot. So that's what I've been doing, just trying to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. But I did actually forget BT, which I haven't even started to sort out yet, but that's okay because that's going to be trenching out away from the house. I don't need to worry about that. I can join into that later on. That's the other end of the trench I was talking about, and that is going to come right up through here, the electric at the back and the well over in the corner. And then we'll be starting to plan patio and grass and turf and all that kind of stuff. So it's good. It actually feels like it's heading the right way now. We're getting there. So this is the waste pipe from the toilets, showers, sinks. This is the one from this side of the house, and then we've got another one on the other side of the house. Basically, comes out the house there, and I always put one of these chambers as soon as it comes out the house, so that if you've ever got a problem, a blockage or anything like that, you can rod back into the house up to the toilet. And likewise, if there's something wrong in the house, you can rod it this way, and you can see in the chamber if it's clear or blocked. Same round here, like I've brought it down round the corner, and because I've come around the corner, I've put another one here, just so I can, if there's ever a problem there, it's easy to get to from either end. At the minute, I've leveled them all in, so at the minute I've just rested this one on a block, but I lasered them all in the other day where they are. But the reason I've left this one floating is because I'm going to put some concrete under it. So concrete under that one and that one. And also I'll put a bit of concrete under the join and another join there that I've actually buried at the minute. But that's why I've left them floating, because I like to put concrete under them. Because these ones are actually going to be built into the path that goes around the house. So, people are going to be walking on them and stuff. So don't want it to go anywhere. I've filled in up to this point for now. I'll put these rods in here because this is the one we've got to join into later. We've got a sink waste coming out there, and there is a toilet waste coming out over there. So basically they'll both come out at a later point, and they'll join into this pipe, straight into this one, into the septic tank. So I put these here so that once I've backfilled this for now, I can see where it is when I want to dig this trench out later on. Yeah, so that's that. You can see these ones are a bit sagaloo at the minute. That's because I will also concrete the corner there, laser it in to make sure this one is going up. The same down that end and the same in the middle. So before I bury it, it will all be concreted level and spot on. So I just grabbed an assortment of fittings that we might need. I'm going to try and get my head around the drainage for the soakaways, for the guttering and things like that. So yeah, we'll do that. Guttering's up there. That's going to come straight down and into one of these back inlet gully, and that is going to be on the floor here, somewhere around there. And I just need to fit a bend take it down that way, because it's going to end up right down in that bottom corner at the other end of the trench, going out to our soakaway in the field there. So I need that, I need a bend, need some length of pipe, and get it going. I've got a free tape measure. CRS, that's the main supplier I've been using on this build. And all you've got to do is just spend thousands and thousands of pounds of them, and every now and then you get a free tape measure, so brilliant. Although saying that, I did just win a competition out of like all their branches. I don't know if it's the Southwest or the world or what it was, but I won a competition this Saturday. Me and 6 mates are going to Bath race course to watch horse racing, and the Wurzels are playing. Don't know who the Wurzels are, they're like the best band in the world ever, so it's going to be a brilliant night. Right, so I just need to cut a bit of pipe. Ooh. What? I need it 210mm long, and then this handy little tip, I'll just cut the end of a pipe off so it opens up, and then you can put it around there, make sure they're kind of lining up, and you can draw around it, and it just gives you a perfect line to draw your pipes. Sometimes, you know, I spend ages measuring around the pipe, you know, measuring there to there, there to there, there to there, which is fine. But this is a real quick little tip. It gives you a perfect line to follow. So, yeah, I'm just connecting up. I'm just making a start with this basically. That's the back inlet gully. Basically water can go into there, it fills up, and it just comes up and out there. The idea is why it's lower there, it's a bit like a toilet, it's full of water, stop any smells coming back up through. So that bit's always full of water, and then it lets it out when it gets to a certain height. You can also have another pipe coming in, which is good. We're going to have another gutter up there. The downpipe's going to come down over here somewhere. So we want to get this inlet gully somewhere in this back corner so he can bring his downpipe straight down into there. But then I've got to get that to come out past this pipe, this kind of drainage pipe. They can't go in the same one, soakaway and the waste. So I probably need to bring it down here and hopefully come under this pipe over here somewhere. That's more like it. That's more like what we're after. Still could do with coming down a bit lower this way so that it'd go under there. Getting closer. So I'm happy with that. As sweaty as I am now, I'm happy it's worked quite well. And it's gone under there like a dream, like I wanted it to. All I'm gonna do is bring this other one, carry this one on down the side of this pipe, and then both of them are gonna join into another pipe coming this way that's picked up the gutters from that side of the house. It's all gonna go this way, follow a trench round there, down to the soakaway. I got all the drainage on that front side of the house, that's all sorted. The end of last week, I started pulling this trench out across the back garden. Got a shared trench here, and then it splits off into two. The one going that way is going to the well, which is where we're going to get our water supply for the house. So I needed to get a water pump, water pipe to the well, and that goes all the way round to the garage, which is where we're going to have all the water treatment cleaning plant bit. So I needed to get that and an electric cable to the well, to the garage, so that's sorted. This one here is the mains electric. When we started the job, we got a temporary building supply because there's no electric up here. So we had to get a temporary supply in the back of the garden there. And now in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, Western Power are going to come out and they're going to go from that temporary supply into this black conduit. And then we pull the cable through to the house, and that'll go straight into the electric box on the side of the house there. So I'm just trying to get that in place and that's sorted. Pulling this trench, I've ripped through this blue pipe, which, you know, normally if you're building an extension or on any other job, you'd panic about that. You'd be like, oh my God, I've ripped the water pipe. But this was just some crappy old hose pipe system that was set up to get water from the well to feed the horses that used to live in the stables. So I'm not too worried. It's all old pipe work that doesn't matter, like, you know, I'm putting in all the new good stuff. So